Okay, so we're really doing this. I'm really at the inject myself to lose weight stage. Technically, yes, but you say that as if it's a bad thing. Well, yeah, but shouldn't I have eaten better, moved more, had willpower? Oh, totally. Because clearly the last 30 years of just try harder went amazing. Fair, but people are going to think I took the easy way out. If this is easy, I'd hate to see hard. You're still doing the gym, still learning, still showing up. This is just a tool, like pre workout or caffeine, but prescribed and with more side effects. Okay, true, but also with more results. I just feel ashamed that I need the help. You don't need to be. Getting help is strength. You don't judge others for using it, so stop judging yourself. Okay, fine. 1 week. Let's see how it goes. Deal. And spoiler alert, I think future you is going to feel pretty proud of this moment.
So today is the day. Today is the day that I'm going to take my first shot of Wegovy, and I'm going to take you along with me as I do that. I am absolutely terrified to take this shot. I don't know if I should take it in my abdomen or in my thigh. I've read that in the thigh has less side effects, but in the abdomen works better. I don't know if that's true. But the reason I'm scared is because I have what I like to call medical anxiety. I get scared about or have anxiety around a lot of health issues. So heart attacks, blood clots, anything big, big and scary triggers my anxiety. Heart attacks usually is the worst one. I think maybe because when I have an anxiety attack, it feels like I'm having a heart attack. So that's the one I'm generally most scared about. And also because of my weight and health issues, that's a very real possibility, right? So it terrifies me. Anyways, I got Wegovy and I got it yesterday and I was going to do it yesterday. But when I got it, I read the pamphlet that came with it. And I am aware of all the side effects, like the nausea, like upset stomach, vomiting, constipation, all those fun, if you want to say, side effects. That's not what scares me. What scares me is that I read in the pamphlet that on very rare occasions, people can get anaphylaxis shock. So I never used to be concerned about something like anaphylaxis. And when I'd get a vaccine or something, it never scared me. Yeah, you get a vaccine, you sit there for 15 minutes to make sure that everything's good, and then you leave. Hasn't been until my later years, as my anxiety got worse as I got older, that when COVID was a big thing, this is the first time that I experienced anxiety around a vaccine, was when there was a vaccine for COVID and there was the possibility of anaphylaxis. I was absolutely terrified. I got the first vaccine. We had to get 2 shots at the time. I got the 2 shot of the vaccine and I was fine. I was absolutely fine, but I was still scared about it. And I didn't get a booster because I was still scared, even though I was absolutely fine with the vaccines. So now I read that is a possibility, mind you, very rare, very small chance, and now I'm scared to take it. It's so crazy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my medication to help me with my anxiety, and then I'm going to take you along with me. We'll do the shot. I will monitor for any symptoms. There are people home that if something were to happen, I have people with me and I will call for help. In my mind, I know that chances are nothing is going to happen. I'm going to be fine. But there is that just nagging fear that something is going to happen, that I will be one of those rare people that get it. And I know that's my anxiety talking. So yeah, that's my plan. I want to have a shower and stuff first. Currently working, so when it's lunch break, I'll go take a shower. I'll bring us back and we'll do the shot. And then I'll talk through how I'm feeling and we'll get through it together. If you're taking your first shot, maybe you want to do it with me and we can get through it together. That would be so great. Thank you for listening to me, because like I said, I am scared, very scared, but I know that the benefits outweigh the risk, right? I need this help. I don't think of it as something that's going to magically make me lose weight. I think of it as a tool that's going to help me. Just like going to the gym. That's a tool to help me. So this is a tool that will help me because I have a lot of food noise and I have a lot of emotional eating. And I know that those are things that I have to work on. Wegovy is not going to fix that, but this will help me be able to work on that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just want to be real with you. My thoughts going into this. I'm shaking a little bit. So thank you for listening. And I will be back after lunch. It's like 10 o'clock right now. I'm going to do it in my abdomen and we'll see how it goes. Okay, it's time. So I have set up the pen. Here it is. I did the flow check because it's a new pen, and now it's time to inject it. So I have to insert the needle into my skin. Make sure you can see the dose counter. Do not cover it with your fingers. Okay. Press and hold down the dose button until the dose counter shows 0. Keep pressing the dose button with the needle in your skin and slowly count to 6. Okay, so I'm going to stand up for this. And sorry for my belly. We're going to go on this side. We're going to go right about here. Can I see there? Yeah. I'm going to rub it all around the alcohol swab. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Right here. And push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out. And wipe it again. And it's in. It's in. It didn't hurt right at first. I'm gonna pull that down. I'm gonna sit and talk. Okay. First I have to take the needle off. So I gotta put the lid on, twist it off. I have a sharps container that I can put it in, but I have to get through this anxiety part. Okay, so I took the needle off. I'm putting the pen back on, or the pen lid back on. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Okay, so it didn't hurt. Once I got to count like 4, it was starting to sting a little bit, not a lot, just a tiny little bit. And it is 2:53 p.m. So now I gotta monitor for anaphylaxis. I feel fine at the moment, but I am anxious. I'm anxious. I don't know why I'm scared. Very scared. I believe I feel fine. It's all in my head. It's such a small dose too, right? The 0.25. So I don't know why I'm so scared. It's crazy. Do any of you guys have any fears like this? Is there any tips that you have for working through it? I'm just checking in with every part of my body to see how I feel. I hate it so much. I think I'm gonna have an anxiety attack, even though I already took a pill to help with this. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take another pill. I think what I do is I think about all the symptoms of the anaphylaxis shock, and then it makes me think that I'm experiencing them, but I'm really not. It's just in my head. Probably cut most of this out because who wants to see somebody going through an anxiety attack? Well, no, I'm not having an anxiety attack, but when I am having an anxiety attack, I can't really talk. I just kind of like freeze. I just hype it up so much in my mind that it causes the anxiety, and my God, I hate anxiety so much. So far, the worst thing about taking this shot is the anxiety. I know this is irrational, but I really can't help it. But I think this helped a little bit, filming it and knowing that I'm not alone, you know? I'm sure that other people go through this just the same as I do, and hopefully my next dose, I won't be as scared. Let's see, what time is it? It's been 16 minutes. I have not gone into anaphylactic shock.
It is the next morning after I took my first shot of Wegovy, and I feel completely normal. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I mean, it's good that I don't feel nauseous and I'm not getting sick, but that doesn't make me, I'm not sure if it's working. So I guess time will tell. I'm not generally a breakfast person, so I don't normally eat breakfast. I've been like that most of my life. So generally all I want in the morning is my coffee, which I have. This is coffee number 2. So what was I gonna say? Yeah. So normally, I get a little more hungry closer to lunchtime, and I generally have a protein coffee, iced coffee type deal, so I can get my protein in, but I don't have to eat because I don't want food. But sometimes I do end up eating something for lunch. I don't know if it's like boredom because sometimes I eat when I'm bored, which is something I have to work on. But yeah, as far as the Wegovy goes, I feel normal. Don't think I feel nauseous. Maybe slightly, but that could be just because I'm thinking about it a lot. You know, sometimes when you think about things so much, you kind of manifest it in your mind. Other than that, I don't really feel any symptoms. Hopefully that changes. Not necessarily like with the side effect, but like that I feel like the food noise and the hunger suppression and the feeling full longer type stuff. That's what I'm hoping for. I didn't really eat a big supper last night because of the anxiety. It kind of, makes me not as hungry. So I don't know if it was from the shot or if it was from that, but I did snack a little bit. I'm hoping that that'll go away. I gotta work on that, but I did try to drink more water. Almost day 1 in the books with my first shot of Wegovy, and things are going well. Have any of you been on Wegovy before? If you have, please let me know how your first week went and how your first shot went. Did you notice changes right away, or did it take, a few weeks for it to kind of kick in? I'm hoping I'll be one of those ones that it kicks in for pretty quickly because I have a long way to go. That's where we're at right now. So yeah, I look forward to hearing your experiences. And if you're not taking Wegovy, what do you do to help with food noise or dealing with emotional eating? Those are things that I have to work on. I can't just rely on Wegovy to take it away and expect that that's gonna stay gone because it's not a miracle drug. I still gotta work on those things. So any tips that you could, give me would be so appreciated.
Okay, so it has been 1 week since I took my first shot of Wegovy, and I wanted to give you a little bit of an update. I didn't record very many updates throughout the week because really I didn't have that many side effects. The morning after my shot, I had a little bit of nausea, but nothing too bad. Once I had my protein shake, I felt a lot better. And then last night I made spaghetti for the kids for supper, and I had like a small bowl. It wasn't very big at all, but it really seemed to upset my stomach. When I went to bed, it just felt like a concrete ball sitting in my stomach, and that lasted most of the night, so I didn't get a very good sleep. But other than that, I have felt great all week. I could feel the hunger suppression, the hunger noise. It was pretty much non-existent. I was good with my eating. I made sure to eat healthier meals, smaller portions, and the smaller portions filled me up. I was great. Some days I had to make myself eat something for supper because I wasn't hungry at all, and I know it's not good to really restrict my calorie intake because it's not going to help, right? So yeah, it was pretty good. Today I'm going to do my next shot, and hopefully this next week goes just as smooth. So I will let you know what the results are. And I was very surprised. I didn't expect to lose very much weight at all because I wasn't feeling any side effects, and I just thought, I don't know if this is working. Like, I knew that it was helping with food noise and the appetite suppression and feeling full for longer, but I don't know, I just really didn't think that I was going to see much, if any, difference on the scale because, that's what I'm used to. I'm used to seeing my scale go up and not down. So, starting the week off, I weighed 320 pounds, which is 145.3 kilograms. So after 1 week, I am down 6.9 pounds. 6.9. That's incredible. I couldn't have asked for a better week. Like, I know it's my first week. A lot of it is probably water weight, and I don't expect to see big numbers like that every single week, but it really gives you that boost in the beginning to see that scale going down. I didn't weigh myself every day, though it's hard not to, but I know that non-scale victories are more important than seeing the number go down on the scale, because not always does your weight go down. Like sometimes your weight could go down like very small, but you'd see more like with your clothes fitting better, you're feeling better, you know, those sort of things mean more to me than the number on the scale. And seeing my body fat percentage going down, it went down a whole percentage point. That is a more accurate representation, I think, of how I'm doing. So I ended the week at 313.5 pounds, is 142.2 kilograms. So great start. I'm so excited about that number. I've never been this heavy before. When I was pregnant with Donovan, I probably got close to that 300 mark because I wasn't able to work out very much because I had a lot of issues when I was pregnant with Donovan. A lot, like I couldn't walk very well. I had a lot of sciatica stuff. So yeah, like walking and moving around didn't happen very much. So I gained quite a bit of weight. And not to mention, I had 3 babies 3 years in a row. Like there's 15 months between my first and my second, and 12 months and 3 days between my second and third. I did not give my body very much time to recuperate before I had another baby. So I think it was just compounded issues, right? Like my first pregnancy, I did pretty good. I didn't gain a whole lot of weight, but then my back bothered me some. But then when I was pregnant with my second one, the back issues were a little bit worse and I gained a little bit more weight. And then with Donovan, of course, the back pain was the worst and I gained the most weight. But then in the number of years afterwards, I went through separation and divorce, and I did lose quite a bit of weight because I wasn't looking after myself. I was starving myself, you know, trying to get out and meet people. It just wasn't a really good time. So I did lose quite a bit of weight at that point, but not in a healthy way at all. Since then, I have obviously gained all that weight back and more. So this time I want to do it in a healthy way and pair my relationship with food and figure out the root cause of my emotional eating, different things that I can do to cope with those feelings rather than turn to food. And that's what I'm working on. So my first goal is to get to under 300 pounds, which means I'd have to lose 13.6 pounds to be at 299.9. And I think that's a very reasonable goal. I have so much weight to lose that I don't want to just put my end goal as the only goal. You know what I mean? It's going to take such a long time to get there. I want to celebrate the little wins along the way. I think that's very doable in a couple months, you know? I may have lost 6.9 pounds in my first week, but I'm not expecting that every single week. Anyways, that's my update. That's how I'm doing. And yeah, thanks for listening in and thanks for watching my journey. Make sure to let me know down below if you're celebrating a win this week as well, because I would love to celebrate with you. Until next time, I'm out. Peace. I don't know why I do those silly things at the end, because I am crazy and my kids think I'm weird. But that's okay because I am, and I embrace it.